In what year did Queen Elizabeth I allow the British East India Company to start trading with India?
And the correct answer is 1600. The East India Company started as a trading company, but it later became very powerful and even ruled parts of India.
Who ruled the mules when the British East India Company began? It was none other than Akbar. Akbar was famous for allowing people of all religions to live peacefully in his empire. Who became emperor after Akbar in 1605? Jahangir. Jahangir was passionate about art and wine, and his queen Noor Jahan was super powerful. Which Indian ruler lost Goa to the Portuguese in 1510, a territory they ruled throughout the 1600s? And the answer is the Bijapur Sultan. Goa was a super important trading spot for the Portuguese, especially for spices. Where did the British first land in India in 1608? It was Surat. Surat was like an international airport for traders, with ships arriving from all over the world. What did the Dutch set up in Pulicat in 1610? The Dutch set up a factory or trading center. The Dutch wanted Indian spices as much as the Portuguese and British. Where did the British open a first trading post in 1611? It was Masulipatam. Traders called it the gold of the East for its beautiful woven cloth. Who allowed the British to trade in Surat in 1612? That would be Emperor Jahangir. The British impressed him with fancy gifts and royal letters from King James I. Which famous English ambassador visited Jahangir in 1615? It was Sir Thomas Roe. He brought shiny clothes and cool gifts like telescopes to win Jahangir's trust. Who was the powerful queen during Jahangir's rule? Her name was Noor Jahan. She was so powerful, she even issued coins in her name. Which Mughal emperor came to power in 1628 and started many grand buildings? And the answer is Shah Jahan. He loved marble and built one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Taj Mahal. In which year did Shah Jahan start building the Taj Mahal? It began in 1632. It took over 20 years to build and was a symbol of love for his wife Mumtaz. In 1639, where did the British acquire land to build Fort St. George? The answer is Madras, now known as Chennai. This fort became the British headquarters in the south of India. Who granted the British land for Fort St. George in 1639? It was the local Naik rulers of Madras. They basically rented the land to the British, like renting out a shop today. What fort did the British start in Madras in 1640? They started with Fort St. George. This fort became a key military base for the British in India. Who was born in 1630 and became a great Maratha warrior? Meet Shivaji Maharaj. His mother Jijabai told him stories that inspired him to fight for his land. At what age did Shivaji capture his first fort, Torna Fort, in 1645? At just 15 years old, he renamed the fort Prachandagad, meaning huge fort, marking the start of his leadership. What smart fighting style did Shivaji use? Guerrilla warfare. Shivaji's troops moved fast through hills and forests, making it hard for enemies to catch them. In 1656, which famous mosque was built by Shah Jahan in Delhi? The Jama Masjid. It took 6 years to build and could hold 25,000 worshippers at once. Who became emperor after defeating his brothers in 1658? Aurangzeb. He even imprisoned his father Shah Jahan to take the throne. Talk about royal drama. What did Aurangzeb ban in his court? Royal drama. Music and dance in the royal court. Aurangzeb was very strict and followed Islamic rules closely, unlike his more relaxed ancestors. What did Shivaji do in 1664? What did Aurangzeb do when Shivaji visited in 1666? He imprisoned him. Shivaji made a daring escape hidden in fruit baskets. He was like a real-life action hero. What major naval base was developed by Shivaji around 1667? Sindhudurg Fort. Shivaji built his own navy to defend against foreign ships. Which fort did Shivaji recapture in 1670? In Hagid Fort, his commander Tanaji fought with a pet monitor lizard to climb the fort's steep walls. What major ceremony happened in 1674 in Shivaji's life? His coronation as Chhatrapati King. It was a grand ceremony with elephants, rituals, and music. It showed Shivaji was a true king, not a rebel. What was the capital of Shivaji's Maratha kingdom in 1674? Raigad Fort. The fort was so high up that clouds touched the palace windows. In 1674, which European country took control of Pondicherry? France, the French joined the British, Portuguese, and Dutch in the race to control parts of India. What did Shivaji do to improve trade in his kingdom during the 1670s? Built ports and protected traders. He made sure the traders were safe, making his kingdom prosperous and rich. In 1680, what sad event happened to the Marathas? Shivaji passed away. His son Sambhaji took over, but faced many challenges in keeping the kingdom safe. Shivaji Maharaj. He fought bravely against the Mughals, but was captured and killed by Aurangzeb. What did Aurangzeb do in 1681 to crush the Marathas? He led a campaign in the Deccan himself. Aurangzeb spent 27 years in the south trying to break the Maratha resistance. Which fort did Aurangzeb capture from Sambhaji in 1689? Raigad Fort. Even though the fort was captured, the Maratha spirit stayed strong and continued to fight. In which year did Aurangzeb kill Sambhaji? In 1689, Aurangzeb killed Sambhaji Maharaj after capturing and torturing him. Who led the Marathas after Sambhaji's death? Rajaram, Shivaji's younger son. Rajaram hid in Jinji Fort and kept the Maratha fight alive from there. Which brave queen led after 1690? Tarabai. She led armies and ruled the kingdom with courage after her husband died. What major fort did Rajaram defend against Aurangzeb in 1691? Jinji Fort. The Mughals laid siege for years, but couldn't defeat Rajaram easily. What happened to Rajaram in 1700? He passed away. His death didn't stop the Maratha resistance. Tarabai took charge and continued the fight. By 1700, what was happening to Aurangzeb's empire? It started to weaken. Constant wars and rebellions made it harder for Aurangzeb to control his massive empire. Around 1700, which empire started showing signs of falling apart? The Mughal Empire. Smaller kingdoms began rising up, reshaping India's future forever. That's right, the mighty Mughal Empire was beginning to crack around 1700. But what happens next? Who rises? Who falls? And how does the freedom struggle begin to take shape? Find out in the next episode, coming soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're ready for the next big quiz adventure.